Here to speak with Paul, who's working with Asia Connect as a recruiter after doing a bit of time with direct partners and getting a marketing course. So tell us about your career situation, Paul, and how it was affected by the COVID-19 pandemic.
Well, when I graduated university, it was actually the start of the pandemic, so all exams and coursework were actually done from home, so kind of put a spanner in the works for my future plans. Ideally I wanted to travel, but obviously that was off the cards, and then potentially move abroad, which again, due to kind of travel restrictions, was put on hold. So I actually graduated in a pretty tough market. No one was really hiring at all, really, especially graduates. Most of the graduate programs were put on hold or actually just stopped for that year. So I attempted to apply to as many as I could, but with there being much less supply of graduate programs and jobs in general, it was fairly hard to secure full-time employment. So I had an opportunity to work with direct partners and generally gain a bit of office experience and confidence, which led me to securing full-time employment.
So what problems did you experience, particularly when looking and chatting with employers when looking for a job?
I think lack of experience was probably the main factor. I think that I was probably getting pipped to the post by a lot of other candidates because they may have just had much more relevant experience in terms of work. Obviously I had my degree, but I didn't have much in ways of office experience or internships or anything like that. So I think that was a big factor, and also just because there was a lack of jobs, I think the demand was huge. So you were probably up against hundreds, if not thousands, of other applicants.
And so what would you say your main motivations were then for coming to work with us at Direct Partners and coming to see us at Direct Partners?
I think I seen it as a really good opportunity to get my foot in the door, so to speak. I knew that it would allow me to gain confidence in loads of aspects in terms of phone manner, general admin duties, and actually working in a functional office and learning all aspects of that. So I think the appeal was definitely experience for sure, and it gave me that. And I think without that experience, I wouldn't be in the job I was in today.
And so prior to starting at Direct Partners, what was your understanding of the term apprenticeship?
Apprenticeship, to be quite frank with you, I always thought was something that was for like a trade. So going as a plumber, you would do your apprenticeship. I thought that it was something that you would do as a trade, something that was actually quite low level, to be honest. I thought it was for people that weren't keen to go to university, whereas definitely my opinion's changed on that now for sure.
Yeah, and so on the change of opinion on what apprenticeship means, how has that understanding of the term apprenticeship changed since learning about Direct Partners and what we do and what we offer?
I think it's more so not something. It's more an alternative to extra education, and actually a really good option for working and learning and earning money at the same time. I think before I came to Direct Partners, my opinion on apprenticeship was definitely different. So it's educated me loads, and I think that really, if I had my time again, I think I would 100% consider an apprenticeship over university. Personally, I feel like I've maybe taken a few steps back in terms of my working life to go to university, so I feel like that it's a great option for those who aren't or don't see uni as their next steps really. So definitely educated me on the opportunity that apprenticeships can offer, and I think that they're a great way of progressing your career essentially, and definitely something I would consider if I had my time again.
If you can cast your mind back to before the COVID pandemic started and where you were in that time, can you remember what you wanted to do at that time?
To be honest, I always went through uni not actually knowing what I would do, but at the end of it, I knew that I wanted to experience an office environment and hopefully go from there and see what I liked best. And I also I did fancy moving away at some point. But yeah, I think I wanted to get into a people-orientated role, somewhere where I'd be working in a team. Sales is always a good option. So yeah, I think then I wasn't 100% sure, but definitely I knew that I wanted to go into business at that stage in my life.
Pre-COVID till now, in your time after Direct Partners, has that changed at all in any way?
No, I think it's made me realise more specifically what I want to go into. I'm obviously now in a sales related role, and I think that Direct Partners highlighted that for me. I think my time at Direct Partners meant that sales and marketing were something I was interested in, and it's something that I'm in now. So I definitely think that experience with Direct Partners, it gave me the opportunity to experience loads of things, but it consolidated in my mind what I wanted to do, especially early in my career anyway.
So what skills and opportunities do direct partners provide you with?
So particularly skills wise, my confidence improved massively. Particularly within the workplace. I think for people my age, it's quite daunting. Your first office job. So I think direct partners were brilliant in easing me into things slowly and making sure I was happy at every stage, but also just generally being confident, particularly on the phone, interacting with other colleagues as well as clients too. So I think that was a massive thing for me, was just generally becoming confident in my role. A bit of sales experience as well, which was fantastic, and stands me in good stead at the moment in my current position. But also just general project management and the way I dealt with my day. I was given quite a lot of autonomy to manage myself, but also had someone to lean on if I needed it. General project management and working to deadlines and working well and producing good quality work. And also just general admin and smaller things that you don't really learn at university. How you should really format an email, how you should speak to people in a business format was massively beneficial to my confidence and my general working skill set. I think opportunity is a really obvious one. Without my time at Direct Partners, I definitely wouldn't be in the role I am today, which is a recruitment consultant at AJ Connect. So obviously a massive thanks to Direct Partners for that. They not only gave me the platform to learn the kind of basic skills of working in an office, but they also provided me with a really good opportunity to go into a full-time position, which I'm really happy in at the moment. That was huge, and it was definitely something I probably wouldn't be in had I not heard or dealt with Direct Partners pre-pandemic. I wouldn't be in this position, but I'm delighted that I am. And on top of that as well, with skills, as part of my new role, I also took on an SVQ digital marketing course, which was run through Direct Partners, which was again really relevant to my role, and I felt like I learned loads from it too. So it felt good learning and getting paid at the same time. So that was brilliant. Direct Partners have been fantastic and definitely kickstarted my career for sure.
And so what plans do you have to take those skills forward and apply them throughout your career?
Well, I think with the way the Direct Partners improved my confidence massively on the phone and dealing with people face to face, it's something I have to use daily in my current role. Constantly on the phone to people, constantly meeting clients and stuff like that. So without that experience I had with Direct Partners, it wouldn't be something I'd be comfortable with, to be honest, and probably wouldn't be good at my role if I didn't have that experience. So certainly the sales experience and kind of the phone manner stuff was massive for my confidence. And the digital marketing course is really informative as well, because I deal with clients and candidates in marketing context. So understanding the marketing mix and stuff was huge. So getting that qualification was really beneficial also. But yeah, just generally in and around the office too, having that experience in a business environment meant my transition from working with Direct Partners into full-time work was really smooth and a lot easier than what it would be had I not had that experience.
And so how would you say your general life morale changed from the very start of your Direct Partners journey to where you are now in your career?
Oh, it's improved massively. I think I can speak for a lot of people our age. I think leaving school or graduate university throughout the pandemic wasn't really a good time for anyone. A massive shortage of jobs. So yeah, morale was fairly low, and I think that had I not had the opportunity with Direct Partners, I wouldn't be sitting here in a role that I'm enjoying as much as I am at the moment. I think that having that experience and using Direct Partners as a stepping stone to catapult me into something that I love to do and I'm enjoying was huge for me. And I think that it really helped kickstart my career, because without that experience, I'm not sure I would be doing as well as I am now. Morale's improved for sure.
And so if a young person came up to you and asked for advice on where to go next in their career, when they were at a similar time to you, what would you say to them? I
think the best thing for someone my age to do, if they were in my position at the time, was definitely just kind of take the leap of faith and go for it. If you are offered an opportunity to get experience, although it may not be exactly what you want, doing something like I did with Direct Partners opened the door to so many things. And I think what it done for me was not only gave me confidence in a work context, it consolidated the thoughts in my head for where I wanted to go next. I think it would be to use the experience if they get offered it, because it certainly made my mind up for me and played a huge part in where I am today for sure.
Alright, thank you very much, Paul. That's all the questions I've got for you.
Thank you, Andrew. Cheers.
Thank you.